The National Human Rights Commission on Wednesday held a one-day advocacy meeting at Bakadaji to promote the ratification of the optional protocol to the Convention Against Torture and the establishment of a national preventive mechanism in the Gambia. In 2023, the Gambia enacted the Prevention and Prohibition of Torture Act, which partially domesticates the Convention Against Torture, ratified by the country in September 2018. The act provides a legal framework for prosecuting torture cases and designates the NHRC as one of the institutions which torture allegations can be reported. However, the Gambia has yet to sign or ratify the OPCAT, which came into force in June 2006 and has not established national prevention mechanism as required under the protocol. Jundit Drame, National Human Rights Commission Commissioner, highlighted that while the Gambia has ratified the Convention Against Torture and enacted domestic legislation, ratifying OPCAT will complete the country's legal framework against torture.
This instrument creates the operational mechanism, so to speak, for the Convention against torture. It doesn't give any specific rights to people. It basically creates two important mechanisms, which we would discuss here. The Subcommittee on Prevention of Torture, which should be at the international level, and what is called the NPM, the National Preventive Mechanism.
Drame noted that in January 2024, the Gambia appeared before the United Nations Human Rights Council as part of its Universal Periodic Review process, where 13 countries including Senegal, Togo, South Africa recommended that the government ratify OPCAT. Solicitor General and Legal Secretary at the Ministry of Justice, Hussein Tomasi, emphasized that the Gambia has made significant progress in advancing human rights and the rule of law. He reiterated the government's stance against torture and inhuman treatment and linked OPCAT ratification to the recommendation of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission (TRRC).
We cannot discuss the need for OPCAT ratification without a deep reflection on the work done by the TRRC. The TRRC process, as you would all recollect, investigated and documented widespread human rights violations that occurred during the 22 years of dictatorship. The recommendations made by the TRRC have paved the way for a roadmap for the country's transition to a future based on human dignity, respect for the rule of law, and the upholding of fundamental rights.
The TRRC documented human rights violations committed during the 22 years of Yahya Jammeh's regime and recommended legal and institutional reforms to prevent recurrence of torture and other forms of inhuman treatment. Tomasi stated that ratifying OPCAT will strengthen oversight mechanism for places of detention, ensuring accountability and compliance with international human rights standards. Advocacy specialist Imran Dabo from the Center for the Study of Violence and Reconciliation urged the government to take concrete steps towards ratification.
We are hoping that at least the state, which is government, of course, takes a more serious look at ratifying the OPCAT, which is the optional protocol to the Convention Against Torture. We hope that they would ratify and hopefully also establish or at least assign an institution as a preventive mechanism.
He stressed the importance of establishing a designated institution to oversee preventive mechanism against torture. Reporting for Voice of Digital, I am Hazali Jada.